This video includes sensitive content, including brief images taken after Lisa McPherson's death. Please watch with care.
She died because she wouldn't succumb to their rules or their instruction. She wanted out. There's more than two people that know that she wanted out, and she refused to give up. And they've just let her die.
30 years ago, on December the 5th, 1995, a woman named Lisa McPherson died after 17 days under the exclusive care and authority of the Church of Scientology. Her final days unfolded behind locked doors, in silence, under a program created by L. Ron Hubbard called the Introspection Rundown, a procedure designed to handle psychosis without medical treatment. Her autopsy revealed severe dehydration, organ stress, and a fatal pulmonary embolism. Her medical records showed a body shutting down. Her caretaker logs showed a woman deteriorating. Her police file showed destroyed reports and contradictory statements. And her Scientology ethics file revealed years of pressure, guilt, self-blame, and relentless internal policing. This is the full story of Lisa's life, her decline and her death, told through the documents Scientology never wanted you to see. In this video, I want to tell you the story of Lisa McPherson, not just as a case or a headline, but as a whole human being, a daughter, a sister, a friend, long before she ever became a statistic in Scientology's history. A lot of us only first heard Lisa's name connected to her horrific death in 1995. But by the time she died in room 174 of the Fort Harrison Hotel, her life had already been shaped for decades by trauma, and then by an organization that promised to fix that trauma while quietly tightening its grip on her mind. Lisa McPherson was born in 1959 in Dallas, Texas. She grew up in what from the outside looked like a very ordinary American family. But behind that normal surface, her childhood was punctuated by pain. According to accounts later gathered by her family and advocates, Lisa was sexually abused by a neighbor when she was very young. That kind of violation doesn't just go away. It shapes how a child sees safety, trust, and their own body. When Lisa was 14, something happened that no teenager should ever have to live through. Her beloved older brother Steve, just 16 years old, walked into a petrol station restroom and shot himself. The details of that day are still blurry, even for the family. But Lisa's aunt has said very clearly, Steve's suicide traumatized the whole family. Her father never recovered. 10 years later, history repeated itself. Lisa's father, J.T. McPherson, also died by suicide, again using a gun. So by her mid-20s, Lisa had survived sexual abuse, lost her brother to suicide, and then lost her father the same way. Those are not small blows. They are the kind of unresolved trauma that any decent system of care would treat with compassion, professional help, and long-term support. Instead, Lisa was about to walk straight into a group that declares war on psychiatry, relabels trauma as charges and overts, and blames the victim for their own suffering. In 1977, Lisa graduated from Bryan Adams High School in Dallas with honors, finishing 60th out of 743 students. She was not stupid. She was intelligent, driven, and social. She didn't go to college, but she went straight into the workforce. Her family describes her as vivacious, a brown-eyed blonde who liked frosting her hair, who could do well at work, and wanted more from life. She took a job at Southwestern Bell, and that's where the next big turning point happened. At Southwestern Bell, one of Lisa's supervisors was a Scientologist. Through that connection, Lisa was introduced to Dianetics and Scientology courses. Now, I just want to quickly set the stage here because the language matters later. Scientology grew out of L. Ron Hubbard's 1950s book, Dianetics, The Modern Science of Mental Health. In that book, Hubbard claimed he discovered the real mechanics of the mind, that our suffering comes from engrams, recordings of painful experiences in a reactive mind. He promised that if you followed his techniques and paid for his counselling, you could become clear, free of irrational fears, free of psychosomatic illnesses, with higher IQ and a stable, happy mind. For someone like Lisa, with a history of abuse, family suicides, and no real mental health support, that promise must have sounded like a lifeline. And Scientology doesn't just sell ideas, it sells belonging. New recruits are love-bombed. They're told they're special, that they're brave for seeking truth, that they're on a spiritual path to total freedom. She was in deep quickly. In 1979, at about 20 years old, Lisa married Donald Boss, who was 37. That marriage didn't last. By 1982, the relationship had ended. Around this same period, she was doing more Scientology courses, she was working, and she was still carrying the unresolved grief of losing both brother and father. Not long after her father died by suicide in 1983, she remarried, this time to Eugene Skonetsky, a fellow Scientologist. They moved to Los Angeles for a while, and then she ended up back in Dallas, where she worked at the Celebrity Center for a while. In 1985, she took a job at a mortgage company run by Scientologists. Her life was now completely intertwined with the group, working with Scientologists, social life with Scientologists, spiritual life dictated by Scientology ethics and tech. By 1988, the strain was visible on paper. She filed for divorce from Skonetsky. She filed for bankruptcy, listing about $45,000 in debt. And in the middle of all this, she joined Scientology's elite Sea Organization. Sea Org members sign a billion-year contract, pledging themselves to Scientology for this lifetime and all future lifetimes. They used to wear naval-style uniforms. They work incredibly long hours and are paid next to nothing, often around $50 a week. The stated purpose of the Sea Org is to get ethics in on this planet. In practice, it's a tight, militaristic control structure where orders are absolute. Lisa's Sea Org career was short. She left within about a year and went back to being a public Scientologist. But that billion-year contract tells us something important. Even if she physically left the Sea Org, psychologically she'd already said, "You own my eternity." Now I want to zoom in on something that most documentaries barely touch. Lisa's ethics files, the OW write-ups, the knowledge reports, the early conditioned formulas. Because if you really want to understand why she was so broken by 1995, you have to see how her mind was trained in the early 80s. Over the years, Scientology kept thick files on Lisa. We have many of those documents thanks to the Lisa Files archive and court records. This is how the system works in Scientology. If you see something off in another member, you're expected to file a knowledge report or a KR on them. If you are seen as a problem, you're hauled into ethics and told to write up your OWs, your overts and withholds, all the bad things you've done, especially anything harmful or critical towards Scientology. You're also assigned ethics conditions, things like liability, doubt, enemy, and to get out of them, you have to do formulas. Confess, make amends, and publicly agree that the group was right and you were wrong. On paper, it looks like self-improvement. In practice, it's a surveillance and confession system. From 1982 through the mid-80s, Lisa's file starts filling up with knowledge reports written about her by other Scientologists and OW write-ups she writes about herself. In those OWs, Lisa is made to list out every sin from sexual behavior to tiny workplace errors, frame her own feelings and doubts as evidence of her out ethics, and constantly conclude that the answer is more Scientology, more tech, more compliance. When she struggles in relationships or has trouble at work or feels overwhelmed emotionally, the solution is, "You've been abused and traumatized. Let's support you." It's always you or PTS, a potential trouble source, connected to suppressive people. You have overts. You need to do more conditions, more write-ups, more intensive auditing. At one point, Lisa was even pushed into identifying her own mother as a suppressive person, not because her mother was harmful, but because she was worried about Lisa's debts and involvement in Scientology. Under the PTS system, that concern was reinterpreted as suppressive, and it left Lisa effectively disconnected from the last parental figure she had. It added yet another emotional layer to her trauma. Every document we have from those years reinforces the same message. If something's wrong, it's your fault. That doesn't mean she was only punished. There was a carrot as well as a stick. In her files, we also see a long list of commendations, about 40 separate commendations and letters spanning from the mid-80s into the 90s. These commendations praise her for working long hours, recruiting, fundraising, being upstat and dedicated. So this is the pattern. She's pushed to meet impossible quotas and standards. When she inevitably struggles, she's hit with chaos and ethics. She writes page after page of self-blame in OWs. Then, when she pulls herself together and overproduces, she gets a glowing commendation. It's essentially carrot and stick conditioning. Criticism and shaming when she fails, praise and euphoric validation when she overcomplies. Even used that technique during her marriage to Eugene. You can track exactly how they used Gene to shape Lisa's thinking. Love bombing when the marriage aligned with production. Rollercoaster punishments when she or the marriage dipped. Ethics control, making her confess everything as her fault. Isolation and dependency, making the marriage problems proof Lisa needed Scientology more. Self-blame, conditioning, dismantling her self-esteem, one ethics report at a time. Scientology even has its own term for the emotional chaos that this kind of pattern produces. Rollercoastering. They blame the member for rollercoastering. When you look at these files, it's clear that the organization itself is creating the roller coaster. From a psychological point of view, this kind of intermittent approval and punishment is extremely powerful. Over time, it can break down a person's sense of stable self, make them addicted to the group's approval, and train them to interpret every problem as proof that they are defective and the organization is always right. By the late 1980s and early 1990s, Lisa's life is almost entirely inside the Scientology bubble. She's worked for Scientology. She's worked for Scientology-run companies. She's had multiple Scientologist partners and husbands. She's served briefly in the Sea Org. Her inner world is full of Hubbard's language, PTS, SPs, overts, withholds, engrams, conditions, stats. In 1991, in a small but telling moment, Lisa actually wrote to the Cult Awareness Network, an anti-cult organization that Scientology was aggressively attacking at the time. Many Scientologists were trying to infiltrate CAN.
Air game attack on CAN started in the 1980s, and Stacey Young says she was part of it.
Some of the staff who were assigned to the Cult Awareness Network would brief us about.
I mean, there were people specifically assigned.
Oh yes, that was their whole job. That was all they did.
With CAN.
With CAN. That's right. And so our whole orientation was, well, what have you done this week to get rid of CAN? And how well have you done to discredit the leaders of CAN? How much progress have you made on disrupting this group?
Whether Lisa's letter was part of that operation or a tiny flicker of doubt, it shows how caught she was between different narratives of what Scientology really is. Meanwhile, her career continues to be tied to the church. In 1994, her employer, AMC Publishing, a Scientology-owned business, moves from Dallas to Clearwater, Florida, the spiritual headquarters of Scientology, known as the Flag Land Base. Lisa moves with them. That year alone, records show she donated tens of thousands of dollars to Scientology for services and donations, more than many people earn in a year. She's praised in letters for helping fund events like Scientology's Winter Wonderland PR display in Clearwater. On the outside, she looks like a high success story. High income, celebrated in commendations, climbing Scientology's bridge. But on the inside, she's a woman with a lifetime of trauma, now conditioned to blame herself for every doubt, every struggle, every slump in production, and to see the organization as the only solution. This is the Lisa who walks into 1995. The Lisa who is about to be declared clear and then told she's a liability. The Lisa who will tell a friend, "I think I'm going crazy," and whose final cry for help will be to walk naked down a Florida street after crashing into a boat trailer. Didn't have the mic switched on. I hope you can hear me all right. Thanks, Kathy. Hi, I hope you appreciated that. Hang on a minute, I've gone streaming on two different things. Yeah, I put a lot of, it took a lot of time to do that, and there's still so much to tell. And I cut back on a bit as well, which is just, there's so much to it. There's so much that Lisa went through. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Her childhood was terrible. And yeah, and I still haven't read all the files. There's literally hundreds and hundreds. So yeah, that took me, I think, almost 3 weeks to just make that part. And it's about a fifth of the way through. I am going to try and maybe cut it down a bit and get it out there. Yeah, so I was going to just play some of Joe's songs next, but I just wanted to gift, I'm streaming on my YouTube, and I just wanted to see if I can gift some memberships. I'm going to try and figure out how to do that. I don't think I can at the moment. Let's see. I think if the live chat's still going, I should be able to do that. Yeah, there we go. Membership gifting. There we go. Send out some gifted memberships. And hey, Mad, for joining the chat there if you're watching. I don't know who's watching what. There we go. Look, some lovely people got some gifted memberships. Okay, I'm going to play. Doo-ba-doo. Hey, Mad. I am taking care of myself, Kathy. It's all right. That's why I haven't been live streaming, showing my face very much. I do the editing on my kind of downtime. Yeah, I haven't been working as much lately. I've been going to lots of doctor's appointments and actually doing stuff that I was supposed to do months ago. Yeah, and looking after myself and stuff. So, yeah. You got 2 streams. Well, that's just not good enough, Kathy. You should have at least 5. You should at least have 5 on the go. Yeah. No, good on you. I'm gonna put Joe's playlist on while I go and get myself a drinky poos. I have stopped itching now. Thank you to Kathy for telling me to get on the antihistamines. Got absolutely eaten alive by the Western Australian ruthless mozzies earlier. What am I doing? Okay, let me see. I'll put Joe's playlist on. Please make sure you subscribe to Jojo Bananas. I don't know if I can share. I can't share links, can I? I don't even know how many devices you've got. I don't know if one of you can drop Irish, maybe Irish, if you could drop Jojo's link in, and Mad drop there as well, because he still needs to get 100 subscribers. Please, that'd be great. And anyone else that you fancy, put your own in there, Irish. We need to share and get all the awareness going for sure. I'm not sure how long it is now until Dusty comes on. I'm already feeling really tired. Yeah, so all right, I'm going to put Jojo's songs on if I can work out how to do it. Let's see. There we go. And I've got to press play.
She walked in with open hands, looking for something human. They promised light, but built her room with no window. She trusted them, that was her only mistake. Not weakness, just belief in the wrong kind of faith. The room kept her, silence filled the air like dust, and no one came, no one came. Outside, the world spun on, cars passing, voices laughing inside. Time just fell apart, and she slipped away unseen. It wasn't God who failed her, or love or light. It was people who turned away. The room kept her, but her story didn't stay inside. We say her name, we say her name, just space for her. She walked through the doors, looking for peace, a promise of freedom, a sweet release. But walls can whisper and shadows lie. They took her voice and watched her die. They said it's healing, they said it's love, but mercy never came from above. Lisa, your silence still cries in the dark, a ghost of truth, a fading spark. The light they dimmed will never fade. Your name's a vow we'll never trade. Locked in the faith she thought was grace, days blurred by in that hollow place. The world moved on, she slipped from view, but the story stayed, and so did you. No hand to hold, no one to see. A ghost of truth, a fading spark. The light they dimmed will never fade. Your name's a vow we'll never trade. They wrote the lies, they sealed the pain, but truth runs wild, it can't memory. Lisa, your silence still cries in the dark. We hear your song, we bear the mark. The light they feared still finds its way through every heart that speaks your name. Rest now, Lisa, we remember you. Your voice still shines, breaking through. Twilight glows on quiet sidewalks. Lights are shining in the dark. People rushing home to families. Warm fires fighting winter's spark. But I pause inside the quiet, where her memory softly stays. A life that should have had tomorrow, taken from us far too early on that day. This Christmas we remember Lisa, and name the winter winds still carry on. We light a candle for her kindness, for the life that should have lasted long. And in the stillness of December, the story whispers through the night, a reminder to protect each other, to choose compassion, truth, and light. She was looking for some healing, just a place to feel okay. But the world can turn so fragile when the ones you trust betray. And her voice got lost in silence, where no one should stand alone. Now her absence leaves a shadow where a heartbeat once had grown. This Christmas we remember Lisa, and name the winter winds still carry on. We light a candle for her courage, for every moment she stayed strong. And in the hush of falling snowflakes, we promise we will speak her name, to honor truth, protect the vulnerable, and make sure no one fades the same. If love is the meaning of this season, then her story is the call to lift up those who stumble, to catch the ones who fall. And if peace is what December means, then we owe it to her still, to fight for every life in danger, to stand for every broken will. This Christmas we remember Lisa, and the stars she should have shone tonight. So we carry her within our choices, every stand we take for what is right. And as the carols fill the quiet, her memory warms the coldest air. Reminder gentle as the snowfall, we honor her by truly caring.
Snow is falling all around me. Lights are glowing, but it still haunts me. Every December, I feel that weight again. Christmas brings her home again. Time keeps moving, but the story lingers. A life in danger slip through their fingers. We light a candle for all the truth that's been. Christmas brings her home again. We tell a story now so she's not forgotten. Time of year we hold her near, her memory shining bright. This time of year we hold her near, her memory shining bright. Through all our tears we make it clear, her voice still fills the night. We won't let her fade away, not on Christmas Day. Stars are glowing, windows frosted, hands still shaking for the life they lost there. We stand together for all the might have beens. Christmas brings her home again. We tell a story now so healing might begin. We tell a story now so healing might begin. In memory's time of year, this time of year we hold her near, her memory shining bright. Through all our tears we make it clear, her voice still fills the night. We won't let her fade away, not on Christmas Day. So softly falling snow, we whisper all the things she never got to know. This time of year, we hold her near, her memory shining bright. All our tears, we make it clear, her voice still fills the night. We won't let her fade away, not on Christmas Day. Christmas brings her home again. Christmas brings her home again. Christmas brings her home again.
Some lovely songs from the wonderful Jojo there. Thanks, Jojo, for all you do. I've just seen my banners coming down a bit there. It's so big I've had to put it across the door and stick it to the door. How's everyone going? You don't see rocks. I don't know what's going on. It's really weird with StreamYard. So when you put it on, it does it in vertical and horizontal. So there's like, it comes up as two live streams. I don't really understand it. So maybe she's in, I can see everyone, I think. Maybe she's in the other one, the vertical one or something. I don't know. It's very strange. So we've got a couple of new people in here today. We've got Lisa, and I need my glasses. And see, I don't see the other person. There was another person that I saw on my phone. I'm so sorry I've forgotten your name, but welcome in. Thank you. And you said, hang on a minute. You said you saw my live earlier. Oh, you watched it? Yeah, we watched the protest video and wanted to say thank you for what you're doing and that you're in Perth. No thanks needed. And if you ever want to join in with any future protesting or activism in Western Australia, please hit me up on perthaudit@gmail.com. My channel, my email is on my channel description. I'll just put it in the chat as well. because we don't have many people speaking out against the abuses of Scientology here in Australia. And we have a wonderful person in Sydney and we have a wonderful person in Melbourne. We just need more people to go with them because they don't want to go on their own. So yeah, any support is very, very welcome. There's my email address. And Casillas, thank you so much. That is so generous of you. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Yeah, always there with the hot sauce packets, gifting those memberships. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate you. It's getting late here. It's almost 11 o'clock, but I'm going to keep trying to go. Oh, my words are getting muddled up. I'm going to try and keep going. There you go. I was going to play a few things off Mr. Bunker's channel, but I'm not sure now. I might watch the live that I did earlier because I haven't seen what I did. It all happened so fast. Maybe we could go through that. I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, my mouse keeps stopping working, so it's not working now. So I'll have to keep talking until it does. Lose connection, I see. There we go, it's back. Oh, thanks, Anne. No, thank you for what you do. You are a massive support to so many channels. I see you. I see what you're doing. You're an amazing person. So thank you. I wonder if Dusty is on yet. Does anyone know? Let's see what other protesters around the world are holding a vigil. We've got Afila. We've got another Aussie. So Afila is based in Sydney. Should we see what they're up to? Let's have a look. And work it out. Whoops. Here we go.
And I know she wouldn't have got proper help from them. So it's just sad.
Excuse me, sorry.
That's all right.
Pause. Scooter Mum's
got a long way to go.
She's been up since 3 a.m.
Yeah. You're gonna have to have some coffees too. Where is your daughter? Snap to it. Come on.
Yeah.
You need some.
The one that's home is still asleep. The one that I thought had probably left for work did, and only got the notification after she got to work.
Oh,
So that's okay. I can wait. I have my water.
It'll come eventually, yeah. We still don't want to be the 50. Oh, Jennifer, are you in Canada? I didn't know that. Iowa, the lovelies in chat.
Let's see who else is on.
Elbows up, Jennifer.
I'll support you
Yeah.
guys.
I don't know who else is
And the,
on. I do.
It's
have another
amazing
one.
how many Americans actually support us.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do actually have a song that my friend sent me that I might just put up. I have to work out how to do it. So the main this channel. Oh, it's through Antics channel. So if you go on to Antics of a Mama Squirrel or Scooter Mum, they are doing like a whole, 12-hour stream from people all around the world, like popping in on their streams and stuff. But obviously it started in Australia because we're the first people in the time zones. Let me see. Okay, got sent a song on WhatsApp. And then I guess I have to send it. Sorry guys, bear with me. Let me see. How can I send it to? I guess I can save it. I'd have to save it, upload it to YouTube, and then play it through here. I don't know. And I haven't listened to it yet, so it'll be the first time we listen to it together. Let me see. Did that download? No. Yes, there it is. Okay. Sorry, please bear with me. So is there anyone in here that doesn't know the story of Lisa McPherson? I can tell you roughly, like what we are doing and why we're doing this. Let me see. Okay, that's processing. So Lisa McPherson or McPherson in Australia, was a Scientologist for 13 years. She got up to what they call clear. She made it to clear. She was heavily indoctrinated, in my opinion, very heavily brainwashed. Scientology are a very evil cult. One of the biggest, the most sophisticated mind control operation in the world, in my opinion. They're very heavily indoctrinated. It is the hardest cult to be deprogrammed from. It takes the longest. And she was heavily indoctrinated and had unaddressed trauma. And the way they do it, I don't know, I explained it in my documentary that I put on earlier. The way that they indoctrinate you is that you think that they are helping you, but they're not, if you know what I mean. And anyone that's suffered trauma will know that if you don't deal with it, it will just stay inside. But one day it will bite you on the ass and it'll catch you up. And I believe that was one of the factors as to why she stayed in. You know, they've got this carrot on the stick kind of thing going on. But yes, essentially she was locked in a room for 17 days by Scientology, and she was not looked after properly. No one would speak to her. No one was allowed to talk to her due to the doctrines, the way that this introspection rundown, they call it, is run. That is according to L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology. And yeah, it's just it was a really cruel so-called procedure that the introspection rundown is supposed to help people that are going through psychosis. I believe her psychosis was caused by Scientology. It's not the first time this has happened. The first time that I've heard of someone being locked away for 17 days, they're meant to only do it for one day. So after that first day, they should have reassessed the situation and either taken her to hospital or, I don't know, something else apart from locking her in a room. Yeah, I do as well, Lisa. It's really, really horrible. It's beyond words. It's beyond horrible. She was force-fed, which, if anyone, I mean, you can't force-feed someone. If someone's not swallowing, like, that can go into their lungs, you know. She lost an incredible amount of weight. They were holding her down. They were force-feeding her, like, vitamins and stuff. And then, you know, she just deteriorated, and she was going in complete, like, hallucinating and stuff like that, which it's I don't even like talking about it. It's so horrible. But I will be finishing my documentary. I'm going to keep persevering with it. It's going to take a while, but it goes into great detail of what happened, because I think the story needs to get out there. So it happened 30 years ago. It happened 30 years ago today. And we don't want it to be forgotten about. It's a very important story that portrays the worst of the introspection rundown and Scientology's doctrines, and the extent of the brainwashing, the conditioning to believe that anything bad that has happened to you is your fault. You know, so if you're continuously thinking that about yourself, what's going to happen to you? Do you know what I mean? It's just, it's horrible. Anyway, I'm going to play this song. Sorry to change tone so quickly like that, but it's just uploaded. So I'm going to try and work out how to play it. I haven't heard it yet. Let me see. How do I do it? Bear with me. Where would it be? Let's see. I'll have to go to the studio. So yeah, this is the first time I've streamed with my face for a long time. I haven't really been feeling like doing it lately, you know. I did used to do a lot. I have a lot of previous streams. If you want to check out any of my activism and some of the lovely other people I've worked with, we are all individuals. We're not a group. Just going to say that. We are not. Let's see. So what's it coming underneath then? Hero dear. Let me see. Would have uploaded to. Sorry. So if I go content, I think it would be in. That's no such thing. I don't know where it's gone now. It would be one that's not visible. So, I'll just put Scooter on while I work out what I'm doing. Sorry, guys. And not one person thought it wasn't right. Yeah, right? Yeah, I mean, they're all like, I don't know what they were thinking. Well, they weren't thinking, like, how can you see someone in that state and just, it's just, yeah, it's horrible. All right, I'm just going to put Scooter on for a minute while I sort myself out. Sorry, guys. Probably need some sound as well.
And start it. And if somebody goes live, I can pause it and come back to it later. Okay, Antics, no worries. It is, sorry, I pinned it and lost the title of it. Scientology and the Clearwater Police from 18 years ago. Would anybody like to take a look and see how similar the relationship is today? Antics. I didn't, when I went live on Restream the first time either. I actually had a crash course from Pup Groomer, and I still had to teach myself a lot of the stuff. So it's, like I said, it is very similar to StreamYard. It's just that yes, Susan, okay. It's just that some of it might be in a different place from what you might expect. You just kind of have to click on stuff to see what happens or what is under each thing you click on. All right, so why don't we do that then? Scientology and the Clearwater Police. Yeah, I'm sure it's the same old BS. But let's take a look anyway.
We're in downtown Clearwater, Florida, in the very heart of what the Scientology organization considers their spiritual headquarters. 25 years ago, Scientology came to Clearwater under the pseudonym United Churches. L. Ron Hubbard set into motion a plan called Project Normandy, a covert operation designed for the complete takeover of Clearwater.
It said move into Clearwater, find out who your friends are, develop them, find out who your enemies are, destroy them, and infiltrate every organization you.
Or shall I put the song on? I've got it sorted out now, I think. So just restreaming Antics, Scooter on Antics channel. Thank you, Annette Conway. That's really sweet of you to say. Thank you. I will be taking a break over the Christmas / summer holidays here in Australia. Yeah, because it's been a heavy year and I'm going to take maybe 4 to 6 weeks off. And I always say that, and I never do. I continue my editing and posting things up. Hey, Katie Peter, how you going? Yeah, so I think I might just put the song on. And I might have to go to bed soon. I am a lightweight. Oh, thanks, Katie. That's really sweet of you to say. Let me see. I'm going to have lost it now, haven't I? Ay. Sorry, guys. Where's it gone? Oh my gosh. All right, hang on. I'll put it back on again. So
This is a criminal organization. They don't really care about individuals other than themselves.
Scientology's covert operations were run by the Guardian's Office, a branch of Scientology which has since been renamed the Office of Special Affairs.
FBI agents had enough evidence on the Scientologists to raid their headquarters in Los Angeles and Hollywood. They took 43,000 documents. Many of them were actually stolen from top government agencies in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere.
They infiltrated government offices and were caught at it.
Their entire top leadership was investigated, indicted, tried, and convicted, and sent to the pokey. They went to jail for this.
For over 20 years, the Clearwater Police Department actively investigated Scientology.
I just realised I didn't have my sound on. That must have been a bit confusing, wondering why I'm sticking my fingers up. Yeah, this was sent to me by my friend, Mrs. J. She's a good friend of mine. She's been very supportive. Yeah, she's a sweetheart, she is. If you get to know her, she's not afraid to speak her mind. And yeah, we all see the world in a different way, and that's all I'm going to say about that. But big love to you, Mrs. J, for sending this in. And it's on the screen, so let me just figure it out. What am I doing? I'll just press play. But it was, oh God, I'm on the wrong one. There, oh no, it's gone. There we go. All right, sorry guys, I am not with it. This is why I haven't been going live, because I'm a bit poo at the moment. All right.
In the hush of this remembered place, we gathered close in a quiet space. No answers needed, nothing proved, just to honor in this way we choose. We speak her name with gentle care, a simple act with silent air. With every life there shines a light, a place in memory, all are brighter than bright. Hold a candle, steady, small, for Lisa shines through it all. A day we remember calm and clear, united and together here. Peace for her, don't live in fear. May peace surround you. May peace surround you. In the hush of this remembered place, we gathered close in a quiet space. No answers needed, nothing proved, just to honor in this way we choose. We speak her name with gentle care, a simple act with silent air. With every life there shines a light, a place in memory. All are brighter than bright. Hold a candle, steady, small, for Lisa shines through.
Okay, well, it just cut off there. I'm not sure why. On YouTube Shorts, you've only got a certain amount of time. So, but no, thanks for Mrs. J for sending that to me. Yeah, we've got Antics streaming. We've got Scooter Mum streaming. I think, I don't know if they're doing the same, if she's streaming Scooter Mums. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm so tired. Sorry, guys. I haven't been staying. I've been staying up late, but not doing stuff. Just laying in bed. But yeah, let's please remember, Lisa. You will see these streams going on around the world for the next, I think, 12 hours or so. So yeah, pop in and show your support and light a candle for her if you can. Yeah, let me see. I really need my glasses. Hang on. Stuff on, yeah. Yeah, I did put up a video of Marty talking about it, I think yesterday, Irish, where he says, you know, I think he was the one that said it's supposed to be only like one day. It's not supposed to be, you know, it's not meant for one day. And he said that he was in the Fort Harrison. So in the Fort Harrison Hotel, they have one whole floor, which is all auditing rooms. And he said he heard this like, woo, and screaming and stuff. And he went there and it was Lisa and she just attested to clear. And he was like, I don't know if it was David or someone else he pulled aside and said, like, what's going on? Like, she's clearly, like, you've just declared her clear and she's clearly like going psychotic, you know? So you can't be declared clear if you're having a psychotic break, you know? So yeah, he had never admitted. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like he'll say what happened, but never say, oh, it was my doing, or you know what I mean? It's yeah, I think he said as well that he wasn't sort of involved in it, and then because DM told him not to, and then later on he said, oh, you know, why aren't you doing anything? You know, like it's just, I don't know. Yeah, he's not a nice person, Marty. He did seem some sincere kind of in that video compared to some of his other ones. But yeah, he got paid off, didn't he? So yeah, whatever. I think he loved being in Scientology and he loved the violence and all of that. From that Louis Theroux documentary, when you watch him in there, he's loving it, you know? It's just, it's so gross. Horrible, horrible bunch of people. I don't know what age he got into it. And it's a shame because most Scientologists are actually nice people that think they're saving the world. But when they've been in there a certain amount of time, you can see them slowly change into different people. And, it, you know, the brainwashing takes over. And it's a very kind of egotistical organization where your ego is fed and narcissism is fed. So it can breed narcissists, unfortunately, and turn nice people into really horrible people over time. Yeah, so yeah, the top 1%. Yeah, absolutely. They oops, sorry, I should be putting the comments up, shouldn't I? Yeah, so the top, I can see it better now. The top 1% at least have seen the abuses and have to know it's complete and utter scam. Yeah, I mean, I spoke to a former Scientologist the other day, and he was saying, yeah, they know bits and bobs, and some of them do look on YouTube, and they know. But I think that it's not just the fact that they know. I mean, some of them love it. They love the power. They're nasty, and they're like, you know, just money, just greedy pigs, you know. But some of them are trapped, you know, for all sorts of reasons, for their families in there. They can't leave. They are so controlled and don't see a way out. And they, I guess, feel like they don't have a choice. And so they just go along with it. I remember my friend Billy, he was in for 65 years, and he said, his mum, he was leaving, and he said, come with me, come on, mum, it's time to go. And she said, I can't. They've got too much stuff on me. They've got too much dirt on me, because that's what they do with the auditing. They find all your deepest, darkest secrets, and if you haven't got any, they'll make something up. So it was too hard for her to leave, which is heartbreaking. But yeah, the publics probably have no clue. Yeah, absolutely, they don't. Yeah. It is the most sophisticated mind control operation in the world. That's what I reckon. And it needs to be exposed. And just because there's not that many of them, there's only 20 to 25,000 members in the world. It doesn't mean that, there's not that many. It doesn't matter. It's not the amount of people. It's the amount of damage that is done, and every person matters. And, I know that they're infiltrating the government here in Australia. They affect people's lives, and it's not just the members, it's the knock-on effect to the families. And yes, hundreds of people have died, including Lisa, because of the doctrines of this horrible organization. So yeah, please share this stream, share other people's streams, and let's support each other. And it's actually been quite nice in the process of kind of setting all of this up, that people seem to have kind of reconnected with each other a bit, and I'm really happy about that. I think that it has to come to a point where we need to reunite with each other and remember the cause, remember why we're here. I've done it, we've all kind of done our messed up things. And hey, Afila, how you going? Let me know if you want to pop on. I'm going to get off soon though, because I'm bloody knackered. We need to unite. I think it's enough of the infighting and the judging people. And, I've done it myself. I did it last week. And, I'm ashamed to say I have got dragged into things and stuff like that. It's, I don't know. We all have our things going on and our vulnerabilities. And, yeah. You're tired as well. Well, yeah, you're 3 hours ahead. So, blimey, it must be like 2 a.m. for you. But yeah, I honestly, big love to everyone that's in this movement and to all the supporters and all of that stuff. Yeah, the abuses I can't see. My eyes are so sore. At least my mozzie bites have stopped itching. We must all agree that the abuses. Oh, let me see. Hang on. Any country that has freedom of religion acting government excuses or includes, yeah. It's not okay. And the thing is, it's like I spoke to a lady outside Perth Org, I don't know, over a couple of months ago, and I said, like, are you aware that there is essay of children going on in this organization? And like, what can be done about that? And this guy came out to handle her, and he said, we are mandated reporters. And I'm like, but they're mandated reporters. It doesn't mean they're going to report. I know for a fact there's people that aren't reporting. So what do you do to enforce that? And hopefully that's something that's going to be worked on with the Victorian inquiry that's going on in Australia at the moment. Hopefully they can, I don't know, put some legislation in place to get these places checked. They need spot checks. They need, can't think of another word, like auditing. They need to have, the government needs to have more power to be able to go in and do spot checks, to actually maybe get some of the doctrine, especially the child auditing and stuff like that, and put it by a psychologist and stuff, and see if that's okay and if it's against human rights or, but yeah. Thanks, Sophia. And thanks for popping on to other people's, little streams and stuff, and it all helps. And I truly hope we can meet one day and get out there in Sydney and get up to some stuff. So, yeah. Philo is awesome. Please follow her as well. She's in Sydney and she's done some great stuff, especially reporting on the inquiry and other Aussie stories, and an interview with the Scientology, the musical, which looked amazing. Went to see it. I hope they come to Perth again one day or even Adelaide. So hopefully, so I'm going to take a bit of a break. Probably I'll keep editing and doing my Lisa documentary because I've come so far with it now. There's a lot of detail going into it, and
Thunder Down Under. Do you know the Thunder Down Under is a group of strippers, and they were in Vegas for a while. Australian strippers. I'm not into strippers. Yeah. Everything crossed over here. Yeah. So yes. Yeah. So we're going to see the result of that, I think, in September. Our wonderful Miriam Francis from Victoria was in one of the hearings, I think a couple of the hearings and stuff, telling her story, and she's now director of a foundation that helps people that have left cults in Australia. So yeah, she's doing really, really well, and we'll see what the result is of that, and then we'll hope to roll it out into other states. So I'm going to try and network with former members of different cults, because the whole I guess why I'm hopeful for the outcome of this Victorian inquiry is many years ago, Nick Xenophon, he tried to get an inquiry launched on Scientology back in 2008, 2010, something like that. And Parliament said no. And the reason was because it's seen as attacking a religion or attacking one group. And it's not fair, But this inquiry is not just specifying one cult. It's not just Scientology. It's all cults and all high control groups, So I think there's a really good chance that this could make change. I feel very positive and hopeful that this inquiry is going to create some change. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, and then roll it out into other states. So I want to network and get bring together some former cult members from different cults, not just Scientology, and get them, see if they will come forward and arrange a meeting with an MP and everything, and get them to tell their stories, and get some action going on here in Western Australia, because there are quite a few cults here hiding up in the top end. Not the top end, up in the top end as well. But there's lots of little cults hiding around here. I think there's over 300 cults in Australia. So I definitely need to do some more streams about them. Yeah. Do you know what? And where is everyone for Lisa McPherson, to be honest with you? There's not that many people coming out to kind of, I don't know, I guess, 30 years is a long time, and we're new to the movement. I guess there are some old timers, but yeah, I don't know. It's a bit disheartening, but we're the new generation, and we've got to pick up the I don't know, just do our best. Yeah, Leah Remini's been very, very quiet. I don't know if her lawsuit's still going on. Maybe she can't talk. I don't know. Yeah. I don't think she did anything was she there around for when did she get out? Was she been there for the 20th anniversary? I don't know. Anyway, I am absolutely knackered. I'm going to go and get some sleep. Yes, please either go to the beginning of this stream and watch the first part of my documentary, or I did upload it separately on my channel as well. So there's a couple of little glitchy sound bits, which I'm because I'm a perfectionist. But yeah, please go and check that out for the first part of Lisa's story. It goes through her childhood, some of her relationships, and you can just see the build up of the mental anguish that she was going through, and the conditioning, and how the mind control works. Basically, I think it's important to pull this apart, to really delve into what mind control techniques are used, because people just don't seem to understand. They're like, oh, how can someone be so stupid? You can have vulnerable people, you can have extremely intelligent people. Anyone at the right time and the right place can be brainwashed. I truly believe that. Doesn't matter how knowledgeable you are, So anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. Much love. Please look out for Dusty Soda Fountain, who is going to be streaming in where Lisa passed away, where her brick is in Gaslight Alley. Oh, that's so sweet, Lisa. I hope to see you again. Please look out for my streams, and like and subscribe and all of that malarkey. And yeah, it'd be really cool, get to know each other. And if you fancy coming out one day, or even doing some, I've got loads of flyers that need handing out about the fact that all of the UK operations are running out of Adelaide, so we're carrying the tax burden for that. So yeah, there's loads of little projects going on. But if not, just watch and enjoy. And yeah, Thanks, guys. Thanks, Kathy. Thank you, everyone. Lovely to see you. And I hate goodbyes, so I'm just going to go. Right. Take care. Bye. Oh, actually, hang on. I'm going to put an outro. Is it still saved? Yes, I'm going to put a little outro on. All right.
We stand together, we stand as one.